Well, I lit the pile of logs that I dumped in the ditch last week, and I lit them early this morning, and it's 8 or 8:30 at night now, and they're still burning. It's been going all day long. I kind of wish now that I hadn't lit it because the wind picked up, and I raked around it with the rock rake on the tractor, but I hope I did a good job because I sure don't need a fire in the middle of the night. Hello everybody and welcome back. I thought this week, since it's not too bad outside, a little cool and breezy, but not bad, at least it's not raining. So I thought this week I should get back to work on our chicken coop, the outside enclosed run. I'm using rough sawn oak for all of that. I don't think I'll need to burn that because really that will never come in contact with the ground, and that old rough sawn oak last forever. So let's go take a look at where I'm at so far. Okay, these are the boards I'm using. They're about 5 inches wide, they're a full 2 inches thick, and they're rough sawn oak from the mill. I had, since seeing how they're oak and they're hard and I'm going to use nails, I did pre-drill both ends ahead of time, and I've already got them cut to something close to length. And I thought it might be best to start these up on top. I started with where I need to be at this end, make it high enough to put a door in, and then I'll use my level to keep them level all the way around the enclosed run. And then we'll do maybe 3 rows of that, and then a lot of chicken wire to enclose that. Okay, got our first one here. I don't think you can see that on the video, but I marked a little line here, the height that I need the bottom of the board to be at in order to leave room for a door to go in there, plus a couple of inches. So what I thought about doing is I'll take a piece of wood, put it level with that line for me to set this end on, and then I'll go to the next post and I'll put a level on the top rail, move it up and down till it's right, and then nail it into that post. Then I can come back, nail it into this post. So we'll see, hopefully this works. This end post is particularly hard to attach because this post has like a 30-degree twist on it from the bottom to the top. So as you can see, when this is nailed in flush, that's how far away I am from the post on the other side. I'm hoping that I can just push those together and nail them, and it'll actually take the twist out of this post. That's the hope anyway. So we'll see if that actually works. That actually seemed to have worked pretty good. I think I'll put a couple of extra nails in here just to really hold it. But I think that's going to be pretty good. That's not too bad at all. Projects like these are when it's nice to have an extra set of hands on the homestead. Trying to work with this rough sawn oak. Those things are probably, I don't know, 40 pounds each or something like that. They're pretty heavy. But we're making our way around, slow but sure. right, we're most of the way around. Now, I still need to put in another post, and I have one over there that's already burned, at least on the end that goes in the ground. So, I guess that'll be next. We'll have to put that post in there. Clay is sticky stuff. I have a string up on top, so I kind of check to see if it's relatively level. It's kind of maybe hard to see from there, but that kind of gets me close in line anyway. Not too bad right there. I charred the bottom of this one really good when I was burning those stumps in that pile, in that hole last night, or a couple days ago. Because I burned them last night, but charred the end of this a couple days ago. Which I was glad to see I didn't have a forest fire this morning. I burned those last night, and then the wind picked up, like always happens whenever I try to burn something, and started gusting about 25 miles an hour, and of course it was way too far gone to try to put it out. So I was up quite often during the night, worried about that, but it was fine. It did fine, which was good. Okay, throw some of this clay back in the hole. I was going to put another door right here to open an outside run out for the chickens. This is that old clay I just dug out of the bottom of the hole. That stuff is like glue. Okay. Check the levels, see how far off I am. Let's go that way. Some. Maybe about there. This way you could come back toward me a little bit. That looks pretty good. Of course, once that rains a few times, that'll really sock that in good. And I'll have all the wood on top of it, holding it in place. It's not too bad. Okay. Now, let's see. I'll have to put another board up there, I guess, to help hold that. There's the string up on top that I'm using to try to hold the top relatively straight. It's tied around that one over there and then off to the coop. And this is the area here where the door will be to open up, to let the chickens run out here. Gotta open this out a little bit, there we go. They'll have a nice run out here about, I don't know, 20 by 40 maybe, with a little dog leg on this side. And then beyond that will be the garden. All right, just realized I don't have another timber cut for there. It's about 6 feet across, and then I got about a 3-foot gap over to here, and that's where the other door will go. And it's starting to get late in the day. I do have a piece of timber over here, a 6x6, that I wasn't using for anything else. I think what I'll do is I'll stick that in the sawmill and cut that into some 2x material. Should be able to get 3 of them out of there anyway. It's this little bit shorter one here on the backside. So anyway, but right now I've got the sawmill full with some other wood, so probably gonna have to come back tomorrow or the next day, sometime after work, hopefully before it gets dark, some evening, and cut that up. Well, everybody, we are back at it again today. It's actually the following weekend. During the week, it's dark when I get home, so I can't get a whole lot done. But it's the weekend, nice and sunny out, a little cool and breezy, but I'll take it for, what, late December now? So first thing we need to do is we have a hickory log on the sawmill. I need to move that out of the way and put the oak 4x4 on there, and we'll cut that up, and we'll either get 3 or 4 2x6s for the enclosure for the chickens. Decided to go ahead and cut them 1.5 inches thick. That way I could get 4 out of the 6x6. I could have done 2-inch like the other pieces up there, but honestly, oak 2x4s are still pretty darn stout. So we'll be able to put these on there. I've got another 6x6 that's about 8 or 10 foot long. I think I will go ahead, cut that one up also, so I'll have 4 more because we have quite a few of those to put on our chicken run. Alrighty. We have our 2x6s out of oak, milled. There's one or two in there may not be usable, but for the most part, most of them are. Now we got to cut them to length and put them on our structure over there. Yeah, that's good and solid now. Okay, I think what I'm going to do next is add another board about halfway down all the way around. My fencing I'm using is 4 foot tall, so I'm going to measure from the top down 4 foot, and I'll go actually 4 foot 2, and I'll put a screw in. That way I can lay my board on top of it, and my center should be pretty close to 4 foot. If it looks like I need another one in between, like every 2 foot, that's no big deal. I can add one of those later. Okay, we're starting to make some shape here. I've got a few more I'm gonna have to cut. Kind of like having to run to the hardware store more than once. I got to run to the sawmill more than once. Those couple boards there really aren't good for much that I have left on the tractor. So I'm gonna need several more. And then the bottom of the wiring, you'll see when we get there, I'm gonna bury that in the ground a little bit to keep animals from digging under it. And I'll also put wiring up at the top above the ceiling there, so it's completely enclosed and nothing can get to the chickens running there and there. So onward and onward, I guess. Well, everybody, we got a fair amount done this week. Of course, not as much as I was hoping for, but I got the big log up on the sawmill, and I've got a lot of milling to do, and then we'll have more lumber. We can continue on the enclosure. Plus, I also have a couple episodes coming up that might be pretty interesting. So anyway, for this week, I'm glad y'all could join me, and hope y'all have a good one, and hope to see y'all down the trail.